team starter, but here goes Justin Fields, Shady. This is going to be the most interesting non-contract storyline in all of sports for the first 6 weeks of the season. I know, woosah, big dog, woosah.
I'm ready. Go ahead. What's going on?
You expect Justin Fields to take Russell?
No.
Can I finish the sentence?
No.
Can I finish the sentence? Do you expect Justin Fields to take Russell's job?
What?
You expect Justin Fields to take Russell Wilson's job?
No. Why? Because there's some clips of him throwing a deep ball against a corner blitz and the safety's chasing the wide receiver, or he throws a freaking on air to a running back a little screen route. Like, come on, man, what are we talking about here? Listen, I like Russell Wilson to be the starter, and I like for Justin Fields to be the backup, redshirt, and learn a little bit. I think they're gonna have different packages for him. You know, it's run, read options, right? Throw it or run it, something like that. But I've seen enough of Justin Fields for 3 years in Chicago. Right? I've seen him lose a lot of games. I've seen him have some good spurts, some good moments, and then the rest is just, bad football. It's nothing personal with him. If you want to win as a Steeler fan, the best bet is to keep Russell as your starting quarterback. Good defense and more weapons on offense. But that's like, I hate when these things happen where, okay, the quarterback, the starter's hurt. Now we want to make a big deal about Justin Fields. Like, and these little reps they showing me, I can't believe that. Come on.
Joy, you're the Steelers.
Don't be fooled, guys. Do not be fooled.
Yeah, Shady said it. Don't be fooled. You expect Justin Fields to take Russell Wilson's job?
Not if Russ is healthy. No. Now, if Russ is hurt, then
there it is.
This is what's going to happen. That's what you have backups for. But if Russ is healthy, not at all. Not
What do you mean by that? Like, if Justin Fields gets an opportunity, he'll take the job?
No, I mean, if Russ is not able to play, then he will not be, like, literally, if Russ is not available, that's the only way that he's taking the job from him. I want Justin Fields to be great. This is in my best interest as a Steelers fan for Justin Fields to not be good, be great, be the future of the organization. But as Shay just said, we don't have, like, a small sample size of Justin Fields' ability. We have 3 years of starting. Now, are the Steelers a better organization than the Bears? Yes. Are they more stable than the Bears? Yes. Do they have a better coach than the Bears? Yes. Do they have better players? Maybe not this year, but overall they have. Overall they have had better players, right? They still have a lot of great players. Russ had a really bad year, right? Not last year. Last year he had an okay year, right?
This year?
The year before that, he was really, really bad, right? We all agree. It was an atrocious year.
I know where she's going.
Unbelievable. We couldn't believe how bad Russell said. We were like, wow. Kid, did he forget how to play football?
Yeah.
Did Russell Wilson forget how to play football? He could not be this bad.
That's what it looked like.
It was insane. We all sat together. We watched it.
We did.
We lost hours of our lives on that game.
On that Colts game. That was terrible.
It was abysmal. Shady, do you think that Russell Wilson that year had a better year or worse year than Justin Fields? If you had to guess.
If I had to guess, knowing Justin Fields, I know Justin Fields. But if I had to just guess, I'm going to say no.
You would say that Justin Fields had a better year than Russ, because Russ was so bad.
Right.
He didn't. Fields had a worse year.
Wow, really?
Russ was 4-11. Fields was 3-12. 3,524 passing yards. Justin Fields had 2,242 passing yards. Passing yards per game, 234 for Wilson. Fields had 149.5.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What are we talking about? I don't want to even get into the passer rating and all, He rushed for more touchdowns.
Yeah, he did. That counts. That does count.
He rushed for 20. He rushed for 25. I had passing and rushing touchdowns. Fields had 25.
Y'all don't think Fields is awful?
Even if they had equal years, which they didn't, but even if they had equal years, the way that we talk about that year with Russ, we thought his career was over. We could not believe how bad Russell Wilson was,
Making
right?
a lot of money, though, too.
We had to search our spirits. Are we being too hard? But we couldn't, because we were like, we got to be honest. We have jobs to do. And Fields still had a worse year that year. What do you want me to say?
I did watch a game where Fields had like 70 yards passing. I witnessed that.
I don't expect Fields to take Russell Wilson's job, in large part because Mike Tomlin, he has too much of a reputation, I believe, to turn the keys over to Justin Fields at this junction in his career. But I do think the dilemma with Justin Fields is there's so much promise, and Shady, you're going to say where, and I understand why you would say that, but there's so much promise when you look at Justin Fields' just innate physical ability. I'm not talking about cerebral because I don't know Justin Fields on the football field from a cerebral perspective, just because from the touchdown interception perspective, it doesn't look good. But just his innate physical ability, and even when you just look at Justin Fields.
Like he's alive?
No, like he rushed for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns his sophomore year. Like if we talk about that with Jalen Hurts and we talk about it with Cam, and I wouldn't suggest that, but he's an elite runner. He's an elite runner.
You don't pay quarterbacks to just run.
To just run, she said.
I said just run.
But I'm saying he threw for 2,000-something yards. I'm just saying he could throw too.
He could throw.
If we really
and he can pass.
And he can pass.
I'm saying, like, here's my thought, though. Here's my thought. Now, and I don't, it still sound outlandish because, James, when you said it, it did sound outlandish. So what I'm saying, if you are a Steelers fan and you're just being incredibly optimistic, you're saying to yourself, this is a quarterback who can rush for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns in a season. This is also a quarterback who's passed for 16 touchdowns, 17 touchdowns in a season. When you look at some of these other quarterbacks, whether it's the Trevor Lawrences, it's the Jalen Hurtses, most touchdown passes Jalen Hurts has had in a season is 22, 23. So if you're saying, wait a second, if you give Justin Fields a competent coach, he's capable of passing for 20 touchdowns, he's capable of rushing for 1,100 yards, there's promise there. There's promise there, and what will excite you is the promise.
Yeah. I like your take, bro.
I'm trying.
He said promise with Justin Fields.
We all try.
He promised, and Justin Fields don't even sound the same. But go hate up.
We all
I ain't gonna hate on your take. Justin Fields.
What's the question?
Do you expect Justin Fields, expect him to be a starter?
Expect him to start over Russ. No, I don't expect him to start over Russ. But I do think that this is not a training camp battle. This is a year-long battle. If Russell Wilson gets in this game and Russell Wilson looks average, like he has looked average the last 2 years, all that promise that you are talking about, at one point we are going to have to see. Because now Russell Wilson is showing us that he is not our quarterback for the future the next couple years. We need to see what Justin Fields has. And I understand Shady, I understand Joy, he's had 3 years to show you and all that. Well, sometimes when you go to a new situation, you get a little better, you ball out. Baker Mayfield showed us Tampa Bay. I go to a new situation, I can have a solid year, be a solid quarterback. Who knows what Justin Fields is going to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Who knows what Russell Wilson is going to be for the Pittsburgh Steelers? But right now, I don't expect that because I think it's either going to have to be Russell Wilson playing really bad or surprise, Justin Fields playing out of his mind. I think what will happen sooner is Russell Wilson being bad.
I don't have much to say, so don't look at me. I just want to ask one more question. Because, like, I just want to know, what makes you believe that, like, so if Russ plays bad, that the answer is Justin Fields? I just want to know that part. Because all this promising that Acho was talking about.
But if Russell Wilson is playing bad and we're not winning football games, we got to go to the next person.
Just to try. But why not, like, try, like, okay, I could go with that.
I'm more with George.
It's like an experiment, though.
I think it would be injury. Because the Steelers have won with lesser quarterbacks. They've won with lesser quarterbacks than Russell Wilson. They've won with lesser quarterbacks than Justin Fields. So full transparency, I think with Joy, it would take an injury. Russ gets sidelined. Maybe it's a calf, maybe it's a hammy. Justin Fields goes 4-2 down the stretch, which is definitely possible with that Pittsburgh defense and Mike Tomlin. Then you have a decision to make. Do you come back to this 35-year-old quarterback, or do you trust the young cat who's winning, more games than he's losing?
If Justin Fields goes 4-2, they're not going to, and Russ is coming off injury, they're not going to go back to Russ, obviously. But the way that Russ would have to look, to me, to be like, we have no choice, we've got to try something different, would have to be literally so bad.
Yeah.
But I think they would have to lose those games too, though. Like, we're praising Tomlin and all that, but a lot of these games they won, too, is luck of the draw, too. The football bounced the right way for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Luck.
Yes, the ball bounced the right way. They was winning games on defense, scoring touchdowns on defense.
That's not luck.
You said luck. You said luck. It's luck.
If the defense got to go out there and be elite, and Russell Wilson is playing the year that we said he was bad, and Russell Wilson is playing like that, Justin Fields is going into that football
if they're
game.
losing, though. If they're still going to stick with him as long as they're winning.
I think
like, it's going to have to be a stretch of Russ looking bad and they lose those games. And again, it's nothing against Justin Fields. Russell Wilson's worst year ever in his whole career.
I don't think so.
That wasn't his worst year?
No. I don't think that Russell Wilson could play extremely bad and they still win and he's trotting out there. I don't think so.
They're going to have to still be a little lucky.
Yeah.
God bless you with
first overall pick, and it wasn't no Justin Fields behind him. It was a Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitsubishi is better than.
But I'm just saying,
he was better than Justin Fields.
Mitchell was on his third, fourth team, is what I'm saying. This is your first-round pick.
Mitch's height was
better than Fields' height as the same organization.
It wasn't the Steelers' first-round pick. It's the Steelers'
He was lucky.
first-round pick. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.